Hello guys, welcome back again. I'm CEO Fluxify Apparels. So today I'll be teaching you on how to sew the pencil skirt. Like you have seen, you place the right side facing right side, the center front and the center back. The side seam should be aligning and you mark out your seam allowance. So I will go ahead and pin down my fabric just the way you see me do. Please go ahead and pin down your fabric. First of all, you lay your center front flat and your side back over the side center front, the sides by the sides, just the way you see me do in the video. So I went ahead to pin all the way around. So you go ahead, pin all the way around your fabric, after which you're going to be marking out your seam allowance. So if your seam allowance is 1 inch, if it's 1.5, it's 2 inches, but it's advisable it should not be more than 1.5 inch. So I went ahead to mark my 1.5 inches allowance as you see me do. Please go ahead and mark out your seam allowance. So I'm going to be flipping over to mark mine. You can as well do yours the way you see me do. This will enable me know where to sew on, so I don't just assume where I'm sewing on. So I've already marked out what I'm going to be sewing out. So I'll stop marking out and I'm going to be going ahead to sew all the way through my chalk. Yes, I'm going to be sewing all the way through my chalk. So this is my bag. In my previous video, I showed you how to cut out this bag. So I went ahead to iron an ST on my band. This ST helps for the stability of the band. Please go ahead and do that. So I went ahead to sew on my seam allowance and see the way it's looking so perfect already. It's looking so beautiful already. So you can actually sew a skirt without a dart, and this is an example of what it will look like. So you can as well go ahead to open press the seam allowances so that it can lace flat on the body of the person wearing the skirt. So I was done. I'm going to be folding my allowance. First of all, I'm going to be ironing it so that when I'm sewing it, there will be no iota of wrinkle of fabric. So I will go down and press it. So as you can see, this is my waist, my round waist. So I'm going to be pinning down my band. So like you see me do right here, there are different way of pinning or fixing band. So this way I'm doing is a way where I must weave my fabric. I must weave the band. So there are also other ways like concealing band. That in that situation, you don't have to weave the band area, but this particular one you have to weave the band area. So this is very easy unless you don't have a weaving machine and you don't have any area you want to go and weave. You can do a concealing band. So maybe in my next tutorial talking about band, I'm going to be teaching you how to do that concealing band. So I went ahead to pin all the way around my waist, like the way you see me do. Please pin all the way around. Then after I was done, I'm going to sew 1/2 inch. So if you have been following, you should already know how to pin down the band. So pinning down my band, I noticed that I had excess, so I'm just going to be cutting out the excess out. So it's better for your band to be excess than it's not enough. So I went ahead to iron down my hemming, the hem of my skirt, and I'm going to be using an hemming gum to press it so that I won't be needing to sew it down. So I went ahead to sew my band with half an inch at the 0.5 inches on my tip. So I thought of doing a twist. You can avoid doing this if you don't want to do, if you don't want pockets. So I just sort of doing adding a twist to my skirt. So I made a pocket. First of all, I cut out my pocket and folded the edges inside. So for my width, the wideness of my pocket, I used 9 inches. You can go ahead if you want to add the half inch you want to fold by the side, you can make use of 10 inches. So at the end of the day, it falls back to 9 inches. Then for the length, I used 7 inches. So if you add your half inches, so you're going to be folding in. So you can add at about 8 inches. So I'm going to be explaining how I fixed the pockets. So I didn't realize that I was not documenting for the pocket. So I'm going to be explaining what I did for the pocket. So for the pocket, after you've ironed the half inch in, you're going to be folding it to 2. That is, for instance, your wideness is 10. You're going to be folding it into 2. It's going to be giving you 5. So that middle point, you're going to be notching it. You notch it, and on your skirt, remember that you have sewn the seam allowance of the skirt, so you have your sides already. So you open it because you have not sewn the center back where the zip is going to be laying. You open it and place that middle of your pocket on the middle of the seam sides of your skirt, and you pin it. So when you pin it, before you pin it, you go up from the hem of the skirt. When I mean hem, I mean the ending of the skirt. Yes, you go up by half or 1 inch. Say any of the inches you want to use, you desire. So when you're done, you pin all the way around, then sew from top to bottom to top again, leaving an opening for it. So as you can see, I was done. I've hemmed my gown with hemming gum. So I'll go ahead and fix my zip. Yes, we call it zip, we call it zipper. So the right English is zipper. But zip, you understand too. So I went ahead and fixed my zip. In my next video, I'm going to be showing you how to fix zip, so don't get scared. So this is how it looks, my zip, my zipper, yes, and my pocket. I'm going to be opening and showing you how the inside is. I've not weaved mine, so I'm going to be going ahead to weave it. What weaving does is it gives the inside a very neat look, a very neat look. So you see how the band is, the zip is, and the sides. So you go ahead and weave your fabric or weave your skirt. So this is how it should look. This skirt is already looking beautiful. If you followed how we drafted in the previous video, you should be having exactly this. You should be having exactly this. So this is how it looks, so beautiful already. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, please do us well to subscribe, like, and share, and drop a comment. Drop a comment. Like you see when I said you can sew a skirt without a dart. You see that shape there is giving it. That shape enough reduces the bulge in the skirts, in the front pattern of the skirt and in the back pattern. So this is how it looks. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful and lovely. If this is what you like, please why not try and come back again. Press on your notification buttons for notifications of any time I post a new tutorials. Thank you. Bye.